right now is the Lakers at 49-31.
Yep.
With Luka Dončić.
Mm-hmm.
LeBron is clearly coasting through the last few games of this season. Luka is clearly trying to put himself in a comfortable position here with this Lakers team. And he's coming off of a trade deadline. What's he been there? The 22, 23 games?
27.
27 games at this point. Takes time to kind of fit in with a new team.
Still winning.
But it feels like they're starting to figure it out. Boys, are the Lakers a contender? I'm talking about, I feel like, I hate it because I know the conversation is going to be, Jordan, LeBron, all that. But I feel like this is going to be LeBron's chance at a 6th championship.
Oh, boy.
Fifth championship, I'm sorry.
He's been like
he's been there enough. He should have been there.
11.
To be honest with
Yeah.
this is his best opportunity, though. Like, honestly, from a talent standpoint and from the coaching, like, no one's giving J.J. Redick the credit that he deserves for coaching.
That's because I watched the coach do this.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
This is what Darvin Ham did,
he's
but
right.
people didn't like him because Darvin Ham kept his hands in his pockets.
You think J.J. Redick's an elite?
No, I'm not going to lie to you. J.J. Redick is coaching.
He's coaching.
J.J. Redick is actually coaching.
I said, is he an elite coach?
No, I don't say. I don't. Well, this is his first season.
Yeah, you win a championship, you're an elite coach. You get to a finals, you're an elite coach.
Wait. You can't make that decision off of one season. This is his first season.
Right.
So let's complete the season.
I think he's
in.
no. I'll say this.
I would say he's one of the better coaches in the league, though.
J.J. Redick is calling plays that are working for the team.
Yes, I agree.
That's an elite coach.
Agree. Okay.
Right now.
All right.
Right.
He's making adjustments.
Ty Lue
that work
hasn't
for
won
the
a
team.
championship. Oh no, Ty Lue did win a championship. Ty Lue wins a championship in Cleveland for that reason. Eric Spoelstra wins championships in Miami for that reason. Taylor Jenkins, who just got fired, never made a championship.
Time out. Even with the Ty Lue situation, look at what he was able to do with that team with all the turmoil he had. Right? I think JJ, the way he connects with his players and some of the turmoil they had, like he has to manage a trade that got rescinded for some odd reason. He has to manage the personalities of LeBron James and Luka Dončić. I know LeBron is on his last leg, so to speak. I don't know how you say that. He just scored 33 points. It's like 40. He's like 40 years old, averaging like 25 a game. But like he's managing these superstars and he's still developing someone. Austin Reeves looks great.
Amazing.
Hey,
Amazing.
He's still got a Dalton Connect cat back. Well, he's learning how to play. He's learning how to play him too. Like honestly, Rui Hachimura looks.
He kind of hates Dalton Connect
a little bit.
He hates Dalton Connect.
Let's
not
hates him enough.
Hey, only one white boy can get off at a time.
There's 2 on the floor right now.
All right, just sit down.
Rui Hachimura is looking a lot better and more
Rui
comfortable
looks
too.
good.
It's like he's coaching in a way that everyone's getting their opportunity. Plus, the players are buying into whatever he's saying.
I think even to that, right? I think they are buying in because people. We already knew that he was one of the great basketball minds that we knew that was on the come up.
JJ.
But not only that. Like he just kind of retired. Like he's still in that.
Oh yeah.
You know, like
he played this decade.
I was around when Luka was around. Like I was around when the majority of these guys are around. So he's still.
He played Luka.
He relates to these dudes on. He relates to these dudes on that level. So I think that's another reason why you're seeing the buy-in and the stuff that he's asking his guys to do. That like, oh, this actually works. Because on the offensive end, it looks like straight cash every time.
Yeah.
So,
And you know what I love about it? He's just telling them take the easy bucket.
Easy buckets.
Take the middies. Get to the bucket. Take the threes when they're there. He's playing the analytics game, but he's also doing everything that he can to get the Lakers as many easy buckets as possible. I love it. Listen, a 49-win season is nothing to scoff at. And it doesn't feel like this is a what's old boy before Pat? Riley.
On what team?
On the Lakers.
Nope, not Whitehead. Not Whitehead.
Paul Westhead.
Paul Westhead.
Doesn't feel like this is a Westhead situation.
And Westhead won.
Westside won a championship.
He
won.
And guess what? But
And
you know
still
what?
got
I
a-
actually took the other guy. It was the other guy was the coach. He got an accident.
Yeah,
Pat
yeah,
Riley
yeah.
was the coach.
No.
No.
The
Wesley
guy
took over.
actually-
Oh, the
the
original one.
system,
Yeah,
yeah.
Paul
He get hurt.
got put in.
He put in.
Yeah,
and then
won the
they won it
championship.
off of his stuff. So
yeah.
And he ran other cats into college.
It don't feel like that.
That's it. It doesn't, and it feels like that's what it was before, right? You talk about the Lakers going to a Western Conference Finals and them being in the play and getting there, but it always felt like, but clearly you're not maximizing the talent that you have on this team, and a lot of times it is. You know, are you getting the most out of the talent? Are you doing the most with the talent?
Mm-hmm.
I think that now it's not that are you doing the most with the talent, it's are you putting the talent in the best position to win? And a lot of times it is, and I get it. Listen, you had Luka Dončić to a team. That's going to happen.
That's what I was going to say.
But a lot of times it is, get out of their way. Let them do what they do. That's how Magic ends up going on to win more of his championships in LA, because all of a sudden basketball becomes fun to Magic Johnson again. And he knows that James Worthy is over there and that Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is down there and that I need to throw it to the corner and I need to make this pass here. All of a sudden the players who are geniuses in their game
Come alive.
come alive.
Well, you got a young guy that can basically distribute the ball, or
He might be
score.
Luka Magic.
Well, he
Might
kinda
be.
He
is.
might be Luka Magic.
And LeBron gets to basically, relax, and he also has the
Yeah,
same
he's
similar
coasting
skill.
right now.
Yeah, he
Play
coasts.
wide receiver.
he
He
gets
says
to-
he
he
says
gets
it. He used to play wide receiver.
Yeah, so he gets to base, and he still has that similar skill set. So it doesn't hurt to have guys that can actually distribute and make the players better. But most of this, I mean, the thing is, when you look at a lot of teams that have won, it's not just about being so ball dominant. It's actually really distributing the ball. It's being able to get all the players involved. So when you got two guys like that can actually do that, as long as other guys, like it reminds me of what Phil Jackson was saying to Mike and all them. It's like, I know you're going to be fine. I need these guys to step up.
Yeah.
I know you're going to be okay when the lights and the pressure comes. I need you guys the other guys to step up. So that's the whole point with, the Lakers could contend as long as one, you got two uber distributor type players that can get triple doubles.
Yeah.
And you see the effects even back home in Chicago. You got a triple double threat that makes everybody, you can distribute the ball. So they are a threat, or at least a contender. Because once Luka got there, now they're starting to figure out. I mean, begrudgingly. But it's going to be Luka.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be like, oh, LeBron the king. No.
I mean,
The
listen,
one
it's
thing
tough to
that's
say. It's
Yeah.
tough to say LeBron ain't doing it when he's still putting up 35,
Yeah, but it's nice.
and he has been putting up 35 the
been
whole
putting up.
season. This has not been LeBron has all of a sudden changed his game drastically because Luka showed up.
No, it's just another
Now-
super max player.
No, does it make it easier? Yeah.
Absolutely.
But he also is coming off of having AD, who was having a great season, who was one of the best defensive players in the NBA. And
Top 10
like
when he's healthy.
a top 10 player when he's healthy. Like I don't think that this is LeBron. This is a reason to give a shot to LeBron for not doing more or being able to take the back seat here. If the back seat is 33 points a game,
But
Now here's
That's
an
a
interesting-
heck of a
here's-
back seat.
Here's something
Yeah.
interesting that you just mentioned. AD was a top 10 defensive player. He's also a top 10 offensive player.
yeah.
right.
So you gave up a lot on the defensive end that Luka doesn't make up for. And so when it comes NBA is about matchups. They just played the Warriors. The Warriors have beat the Lakers
I was going to piggyback to that.
In the playoffs.
in the playoffs.
You
The
got-
Warriors.
you got
like
the Warriors-
player,
Warriors
like all that
If
point
healthy,
stuff
yes.
is cool in the regular
Yeah,
season when you beat
I
up
agree
on
with
other
that.
squads.
Jimmy Butler tilts that scale
Right.
way too
It-
much.
Yeah.
And you're going up against a
Who,
dog.
Jimmy Gardner?
You got two dogs. on
Jimmy's
the
guarding
floor.
LeBron.
Who Jimmy Gardner?
Luka.
You got Jimmy on Luka.
Okay.
Okay.
All
I put
playoffs?
Kaminga on LeBron.
That's a cook.
Cook.
show.
Cook.
That's a cook. show.
Cook.
Then you wrote.
Show.
Hey, hold on, wait.
That's a cook.
No.
show.
Wait, excuse me. Draymond is
I
sticking
was about to say
LeBron.
Draymond.
Yeah.
Okay.
Draymond is sticking LeBron.
And I got Jimmy.
That's a
Luka.
cook show.
No, it's not.
Luka and I put
Cook
Jimmy.
show.
No, it's not.
That is.
They have
I'm switching that.
great
I'm switching
battles.
that matchup.
They have great battles. I'm not saying that LeBron hasn't scored on him, but like he makes it really tough for him.
Whoa. We know LeBron.
And he's always won against. He's already won against Bron.
LeBron's eye is a defensive player, but Luka is not necessarily a great defensive player.
No, Luka's
all.
not a
Luka's
great
terrible defensive player.
like,
Yeah.
He's
the whole-
trash.
Right.
trash.
So the whole
He's
point
trash.
is that so you attack the. You're only as strong as your weakest link.
And the good team is going to sit there and get that switch until they find a matchup that works for them.
So
Okay, so who's going?
By the way, just to put it out there, and Draymond normally does guard LeBron. Draymond does normally
He's
match
the
up with
primary defender
LeBron,
against
right?
LeBron. You don't stop LeBron.
In
You
the
slow LeBron down.
in the last 8 matchups versus Draymond Green, 33-5, 42-17, 31-4, 33-7, 48-9, 36-20-12.
What's the record?
He had a 13.
What's the
The
records?
Lakers won all these games. He had a 13-9-5 or a 9-8 game, and then he had a 31-15-8 game.
but that's regular season though.
It don't matter.
No, this is going back multiple years.
So is this playoff?
This does include playoff games, but the only time they matched up playoff wise was play-in tournament.
Playing. By the way,
And championship.
by the way, real quick.
And
No, this is just him with the Lakers.
By the way, real
They
quick.
haven't played in the championship.
Who's guarding Austin Reeves? You have to guard him.
That's your difference, man. That's your difference, man.
You have to guard him.
Stephen Curry.
Kaminga can guard.
Okay.
Austin.
Nah, Jonathan Kuminga getting cooked by Austin
Okay.
Reeves.
I think
it's gonna-
He don't need to be that far. It's
I
not
think
because
we give
Kuminga's
him
a
a
bad
lot of
defender.
credit, bro.
That's a bad matchup.
It's a
for
bad
Kuminga.
matchup.
I think it gets down to, look, if Luka's hot and going crazy and he's healthy, they have a chance to go as far as they want to. But he has to stay hot. If you're asking to do some defensive stuff and pull his end of the bargain on that side, you got deficiencies there. So that's where the rest of this team got to come in. But they have a chance. I mean, they're number 3, but the Warriors are not going to be pushovers. And if they get to the next round, that means they will go up against the Rockets or the Grizzly Timberwolves. No, well actually, it could be the Mavericks because they flip flop, right? The winner 7 and 8 goes to 7 seed, right? So it could be basically the Timberwolves and the Rockets, or the or the Mavericks or the Rockets. So
I don't want to cap because I gave multiple years here. So the last game, the Golden State did beat the Lakers 123-116. Lost 112-120. Lost 108-118. Lost 113-115. That's going back to 2024, and then they won that 2024 matchup 134-120 before that. And I think there's one more game with Brian in there, 2 more games with Brian in there where Golden State won 2 and lost 1. So combative. But Luka wasn't on the team for most of those games.
And here's the
That's
thing.
such a difference, man.
The thing I would say
but it isn't, because Luka is such that's a liability defensively.
Who's scoring on Luka on the Warriors?
Everybody.
Who?
Everybody.
But who?
Jimmy Butler is going on.
Everybody.
Jimmy going at Luka? I give you that.
Jimmy's going
Everybody.
But you
Everybody
gotta-
can
but
score
you-
on
but-
Luka
but-
because Luka
but the problem
can't
is-
guard.
but the
Everybody
pro-
can. Everybody
He's a
has
turnstile.
No,
opportunity.
but the
defense.
problem with that conversation is for Jimmy to score on Luka, you have to put the ball in Jimmy's hands. The kind of
No,
score
you don't.
that
No, you don't.
Jimmy is not a spot up shooter.
Yes,
No, you
He
don't. Because
can't
they
be.
switch.
Jimmy
They
Butler
switch.
is
They
not a
switching
spot
off
Jimmy's a
Luka.
slasher.
They switching off Luka. So Luka is on every switch pick and roll. So they drive it.
Drew,
So you're
Jimmy-
taking right.
Jimmy-
So you're driving. So you're taking the ball out of Stephen Curry's hands.
That's what I say. Everybody can score him because
No, but
everybody on their team can drive.
But your game plan for the Golden State Warriors is take the ball out of the best shooter of all time's hands
Sometimes you have to, and yes.
yes.
for a series.
Their
You
success.
don't take the ball out of Stephen Curry's hand for a series.
There's been series where Steph Curry was the detriment for the Warriors, that they had to take the ball out of his hands.
And they still
Unfortunately,
won, but-
that's the duality of
It's
Stephen
going to
Curry.
be on Steph.
You
because
either
Klay
how he plays really determines that. Whether he takes a backseat at certain times is not. I mean, there's a reason why Kevin Durant was the best player on that team when he was there, because he was the best player. He could actually score inside and out. Steph couldn't do that as well.
I don't necessarily think it's gonna be on Steph to be the one to step up.
It's going to be on everybody else.
It's because at some point Buddy Hield,
Has
He has to start making-
Give up on that.
Buddy Hield been the same
Buddy
dude
Hield
since
trash.
ever.
But I'm saying
Buddy
I'm
Hield
saying-
ain't nothing but teeth and hope.
No, I know.
Buddy Hield ain't nothing but teeth and hope, my boy.
Bro,
Pozinski
no.
is the key. Pozinski is the key.
Pozinski.
But that's what I'm saying though. At some point, one of those three got to step up.
Bro, Buddy Hield ain't nothing but teeth and hope.
So, I mean,
Buddy
and
Hield-
listen,
Buddy Hield gets you 15.
Draymond has already gotten on him
Yeah.
about
That's great.
being out there, and he got to step up, bro.
That's great. And you know how many 20-point games Buddy Hield got in the last 10?
Again, you're
You
right.
don't
That's
need
what
him
I'm
for
saying.
15. He's on the bench. You don't need him for 15
No, but see,
off the
here's
bench.
my thing. Here's my thing. Your expectation is the Buddy Hield versus the Lakers is all of a sudden going to become a magical fix and figure out, oh, my God, are you saying I should have been making three-pointers this whole time?
No,
My bad. I didn't realize I was effing up.
No, he just needs to offset Finney Smith and Rui. He just needs to offset. He needs to offset those.
But you got to
those two.
offset them a
No, he has to
lot.
offset
No,
Austin.
you don't. No, you don't. You just have
You
to offset
have to
them
be-
equally
Who's the second scorer on that team?
on the
On the Warriors?
Butler.
Butler.
Jimmy.
Jimmy now.
Jimmy.
Right? Jimmy's the second scorer.
Playoff Jimmy's different.
Who's
Playoff
the,
Jimmy's
who's
different.
the
Playoff
different?
Jimmy's different.
Playoff Jimmy's
right,
different.
Right? You got two scorers on the Lakers. You got two scorers on the Warriors. Who's the difference makers for the Warriors?
Pozinski.
Podziemski.
Moses
He
Moody.
can shoot.
Did
Pozinski.
you really say
Pozinski.
No.
Pozinski.
Not over
Draymond.
Bonds. Not over
Pozinski.
Bonds.
Draymond.
Not Moses Moody.
And
Moses
Kuminga.
Moody and Kuminga are
Alright.
difference makers for them. When Moody plays well, they typically
Are
have
they the third?
How often is that?
Brandon Podziemski, I'll give you, is maybe a better third. He is not a consistent.
He's not a
I didn't
consistent.
say he was
None of them are
consistent. I'm just saying
consistent.
that
We're
would
gonna
be
be
a
honest.
factor.
That's the
He's
problem.
And that is
factor.
one of the.
But the reason we went down this road was because you said that the Warriors could beat the Lakers
Yeah,
in
no,
seven.
none of them can light a
I
candle
don't
to
see
Austin.
the Warriors having that third guy.
Not-
Austin
not-
Reeves as a
They don't
consistent
got
third
enough.
is a consistent third. I've seen Austin Reeves hit a game winner. I've seen Austin Reeves hit a game winner that should have been a game winner if LeBron doesn't have one of the worst brain farts in the last 12 seconds of a game that I've ever seen.
Agreed.
Right? Like Austin Reeves is a legitimate third option on a team.
Agreed.
I mean,
He
that's
is.
why
He's
they're making the songs about LeBron and
I
they're
know,
putting Austin
but,
Reeves
but
in
it's,
there.
it's like this. It's like this. In my opinion, you have Pozinski, Kuminga, and Moody have to outscore Reeves, Rui, and Finney Smith.
Give me Reeves, Rui, and Finney Smith. Because Reeves can put up 20 of it. by himself.
I
And
was.
the other two are putting up between 5 and 10.
I'll be honest
So it's
with you.
40.
But
The other
10.
guys
It's 40.
play
It's
decent.
40.
But 10, and I don't believe-
But if the other guys,
I don't believe
if you got
Podziemski-
Draymond, Pozinski, and Kuminga. They can put up 15 apiece. That's 45 compared to the other people only putting up 30. Then that's the difference.
I don't
You
believe
asking them to do a
believe
lot.
Podziemski, Hield, and Draymond are putting up 40 plus.
Pozinski, Hill, Draymond, and Kuminga. That's 4. It's 4 against 3.
Well, there's only 5 people that can play on the court at the same time.
We
There's
talking
four
about the
things.
totality of the game. Of the game.
There's 4 things that the Warriors have that the Lakers may struggle with. Even with the new addition, Butler has played against LeBron in the finals.
100%.
He actually I was going to say outscore. He put up
He
crazy.
outplayed.
He outplayed LeBron.
He outplayed LeBron in
right?
the finals.
How many people can say that?
JJ Barea.
He's a bad man. Steve Kerr. Kind of threw me off with that one. Steve Kerr.
JJ Barea fit.
Hey,
Like, that's a great take.
Yeah,
Like,
Steve Curry, Steph Curry, Draymond Green. Like, these are very high IQ players. They've been there before. They know it. You have the Lakers, but a lot of people ain't really been there.
But the two most important people have been there.
Who? Luka ain't never really been there.
Luka
Luka
just went to the NBA Finals.
He got smoked. He got
with-
smoked. He got
with
smoked by
Dorian-
Jalen Brown.
Why did Luka not do
He
well?
got smoked by Jalen Brown.
Why did Luka not do well?
Luka
He
was
got
tired.
smoked by Jalen
No,
Brown.
he was tired as
He
well.
was
I do think
tired.
that. But why did Luka not do well?
No defense.
After the season ended, Luka had so many injuries
He did have a lot
on
of
his
injuries.
body.
Yeah,
He was
He
destroyed.
was dragging his leg.
yeah.
His leg was bad. His back was bad. His shoulder was bad. His wrist was bad. You have the 2 smartest IQ players possibly in the NBA, depending on where you put Nikola Jokic in that conversation, on the same team. Going up against who Draymond, I think, is incredibly smart at basketball, outside of what people believe in him. I think that Stephen Curry is incredibly smart at basketball. I think you do have 4 of the top minds in a series that would match up there.
Heck of a chess match.
Question for you. With all
But
that,
I don't believe that they're smarter than
let me ask you a question.
LeBron James
Let me ask you a
and
question.
new era LeBron James, who's
Okay.
got a lighter complexion.
I got you. Hey, hold on a second. Real talk. Question for you. Who you taking? Steve Kerr or JJ?
Steve Kerr.
In the
In what?
in the thrust of
Rust.
the difference.
The
of
better
coaching.
coach, the better
Yes.
coach, Steve Kerr. Steve Kerr's been there.
So you got
Definitely
so you
Steve
got
Kerr.
Steve Kerr's been
so
there.
you
I would
can
give the edge to that.
That means you got to give the Warriors a point.
And
I
mind you,
give
when it
you
gets to
that.
it.
I'll agree with that.
and let's be
I'll agree with that.
clear.
Yeah.
The difference in record right now is 2 games.
Yeah,
And it's not as if the Lakers are up here and the Warriors are right
But the
there.
Warriors have had this team all year.
The Warriors have not had Jimmy Butler. all year.
Butler just got here,
Butler just got there,
Butler just
and
got
he's a
there.
huge piece.
and
to
he
that
and
team.
they've only lost 3 games.
and they've been cooking.
That's
since
true.
he got
But
here. They on a tail.
but you lost to the teams that you needed measuring sticks, like measuring stick wins against. Cause you,
So they lost to
The
get
Lakers, have done the same thing.
Cause you lost to the
Lakers lost to the Bulls.
Lakers
Yeah, they did.
They got-
Twice.
They got smoked by Denver.
Yeah.
What Warriors got smoked by Denver,
Warriors did get smoked by Denver.
and then after that,
They got beat by the Rockets.
That's a matchup issue.
exa-
Oh, it's a matchup thing. If you put the Warriors
And the
against
Warriors
Rockets,
have beat the Lakers.
if
this
you
year.
put the Warriors against the Rockets, I got the Rockets.
Here's the thing I will say though: the Warriors are
Man, that's
incredibly
a lot of
inconsistent.
love for
The Rockets are more athletic. That's why.
And more athletic.
He love Ime, bro. That's what it
No,
is.
I
Hey, look, I love
They
Ime
have
too.
no experience.
I love
playing in
Ime too.
playoffs.
I ain't gonna lie to you. Hey, let's be real.
They had
Could you
nothing
bounce
to
back
do-
after losing Neil Long?
Nah.
I'm still in the house.
Yeah.
I'm in shambles right now.
I'm stuck.
Crying
I'm like
over
my
her.
baby.
Bro, Neil Long?
My baby.
Crying over-
Oh, whatever.
This man
Ain't
coached
nobody
one
crazy.
team that was
There goes
soft,
my
got them to where they are.
Ain't nobody
He has
crying
another
over
team in the top of the
Girl,
Those shit-
at
they
you.
go Saturday through
Sunday, Monday, Sunday through Sunday, yo.
Move on.
Nah, you don't move
Plenty
on
of
from Neil Long.
You're
Plenty of
moving
fish.
yeah.
Playoffs is about matchups,
It's a
man.
better fish in the sea than Neil Long. That's top 5 fish.
Absolutely. All right.
I mean,
That's
That's
a
good
wild
fish.
statement if
That's
we're
good
being
fish.
honest.
That's good fish.
We can't say that. We got to stop saying that. He said there's plenty of fish in the sea. We were going off of that statement. That sounds crazy to say that. Though.
Not with her, bro. Not with her. She's one of the finest ever.
I mean, for her age group, yeah.
No.
Tracy Ellis Ross.
Hey, I'm in on
Ross.
Tracy Ellis Ross.
Trace Raw over
You
Neil
got
Long.
Vivica A. Fox over Neil Long? Is that what you said?
Over Neil Long.
Oh, I thought you just said that.
I said.
I thought I was missing a
I
conversation.
said. nothing
I was like, this show is over now.
He was running credits on everybody.
Nah,
You talking
I
about
said-
Ross over Long?
No, I'm just saying.
No, Tracy Ellis Ross different.
What's Kojo's wife?
Tracy Ellis Ross is different.
Is it Nicole?
Thank you, Ari.
Parker.
Thank
Hey.
you.
She's
They're all
No,
day.
we ain't said her. He said Tracy.
Oh,
Ross.
Tracy Ellis Ross bad.
Yeah, you're not top 10.
Tracy Ellis Ross bad in the mud. Let's not do that.
You're not
We're
top
not
10.
going to disrespect that.
Not over.
He
Neil.
not top
Ross.
10. He not top 10. He not top
Long.
10.
With the top
He's
five.
got the better-
Tracy Ellis Ross.
women.
Oh, well, that's a whole different thing. Tracy Ellis Ross is the
Ain't she like
Luka
65?
of women right now. I don't care.
It's like 50.
I don't care how old
Not over
she
Neil
is.
Long. Not over Neil Long.
I don't care how old she is.
I think it's
Not
like-
over Neil Long.
Hey, beauty is
To this day.
To this day.
To this day.
I stand on business. Not over Neil.
Okay.
All right, cool.
Man,
We're gonna move on to this next topic.